Hey,
Hey.
Mo!
What's up, brother?
What's up? How are
doing,
you?
man? It's good to see you.
It's great to see you. Yeah, sure. Come on in.
Thanks for letting me, crash. I just, I spoke to God, and he told me I could just use the sweetie for a little while.
He, she, they. Hey, no sweet, no problem. As you can tell, Mo, we are here for Sweet Sweets. No sweet, no problem. And MIQ is our sponsor. So Mo, thank you for coming. Let's come over and have a seat.
Happy to do it. Thanks for having
so
us.
good to see you. It's great seeing an old friend.
Yeah, we worked together, gosh, what?
A decade ago?
Oh, man, we're old, huh?
I mean, I had a little bit more hair.
So did I.
Probably weighed 20 pounds less. Sorry, I had something in my throat. Whew. So, Mo, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're building at MIQ? You've been there for quite a while now.
Coming on 8 years.
Just going to say, 8 years is what I saw on LinkedIn. And I just remember you going and growing and ascending, and your role just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is just awesome. So,
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
They haven't found me out yet. It's a matter of time.
Tell us a bit about who you are, what you're doing, and then just what MIQ plans on doing in 2025.
Yeah, happy to do it. So for those of you, your listeners, I guess, who don't know, MIQ is a programmatic media partner. And so what we do is we help advertisers execute programmatic campaigns across any screen, any walled garden, open web, anything. And so I manage our advanced TV solution. And so it's my job to help advertisers execute TV campaigns across any screen, which is kind of silly to say, but a lot of TV happens on mobile, right?
Absolutely.
And across walled gardens, open web, just make it work. And so that's what we're doing.
So what are some big growth opportunities that you foresee in 2025, especially as we look to Sweet Sweets, we're in front of a giant screen TV. What are you excited about in 2025?
Yeah, look, I think the thing that I'm most excited about is the conversation shift that we're seeing with advertisers. As in the last 3 or 4 years, it was all about educating about CTV. And so it was a lot of brilliant basics, right? What is CTV? How do you sort of, how do you run on it? How do you run successfully? The conversations, I think in the last 12 months have really shifted from should I be on it to how do I make the most impact when I'm on CTV? And so I think some of the things that I'm excited about this year are brands who are bringing their data more into the connected TV space.
Sure.
So we saw that with retailers over the last 12 months, but we're seeing that with, airlines. We're seeing it with, big travel companies, big hotel companies. Like Cosmo probably has a CTV service that we should be talking about. And I think that's really exciting as a growth area. The other big area of growth that I get excited about is the shoppable and interactive TV portions.
Well, I want to hit on the shoppable and interactive part, but let's go back about 30 seconds or so. Talk about creative, because you and I both love and understand the big opportunity that you have with CTV in personalizing ads. Can you tell us a little bit more about the personalization and creative component of what you guys are working on?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely true, right? You sort of forget in the tech and the audience and the data and all this stuff, what the consumer sees at the end of the day is I'm watching Disney and I see an ad. And does that ad resonate with me or not? And that's what it's about at the end of the day. And I think, what was interesting the last couple of years was we were starting to do interactivity a little bit with audiences and personalization, but it was all about sort of how do you create sort of a skin around the creative, or how do you create a QR code or some interruptive sort of interactive portion of the video. I think the thing that we're really excited about now is how many streamers are building really unique creative assets and creative capabilities that they're making available programmatically in ways that they just weren't before. So I think about things like pause ads, which were their own thing in the past,
Sure.
and now it's starting to open up programmatically. I think about like action ads or shoppable ads, where the big operating systems like Roku, great partner of ours, are making available programmatically in ways they weren't before.
So on that, let's hit on the shoppable part. Let's talk about CTV and commerce.
Let's talk about it.
Roku. You just talked about how MIQ is a great partner. You and I were enjoying a coffee beforehand. Tell us a little bit more about just how CTV is becoming the go-to experience when it comes to just actually buying stuff, interacting with your TV, and not just your phone, not your desktop.
Yeah, well, I think about, it's gone from shortening the sort of funnel to it's almost like there isn't one in some way, right? It's sort of like a consumer is exposed to an ad, they are excited about a product, the same way you're on your Instagram feed or your TikTok feed or whatever, and you discover some pretty cool, pretty exciting. I mean, these shoes I bought on Instagram.
Sick kicks.
And so, consumers, I think, in 2025 are used to discovering products through advertising and making quick decisions on those products. And so in the past where, you had CTV, you saw a great ad, it resonated with you, and then you'd maybe remember to go on your phone later on. Now there's opportunities where you can click OK and you'll get a product delivered to your doorstep. Or click OK and I'll get an email with a coupon code that I can sort of add to cart later. And I just think that's so cool.
It's amazing. As we joked around earlier, I clicked to order some of the waters and snacks that are in this room for that exact reason. Mo, it's just so hot being in this just dry room. We're in Vegas. Let's go outside. Let's go and enjoy the view together.
Should we do
How's
it?
that sound? Let's do it.
I've got a trick. Should I try it?
Yeah. Oh my God, Mo.
Pretty good, right?
Dude, that was amazing. It feels so nice.
Much better. Smells a little bit. I mean, you can get the Vegas smells a little bit.
I mean, Vegas always has smells, but New York, Chicago, we both have some. But it feels just nice to be out here and outside. So, being outside, and as we look over your shoulder, we've got the Sphere back there, we've got the Strip. Tell us a little bit about how MIQ is thinking about the AI space. Let's talk about the future.
Thinking about the future, looking out into the horizon.
The future. Oh,
I like that.
It's good.
So look, I think everyone's talking about AI. I mean, that's what CES is about this year, right? Like every single conference, every single presentation, and I think that's a big part of the area that we're investing in this year as well. And I think for us, we're sort of looking at AI in three kind of areas.
Okay.
One is there's a ton of application on AI on the advertising front. We're doing a ton of it to do sales training, sales resourcing, sort of making sure that our sales team has the right messaging in market when they're sort of talking about our products. And
I love this.
Dude, you think, this goes to like Shiv and his education and sort of all that, right?
Yep.
But I think there's just a huge gap in Salesforce education right now. And products are getting, in programmatic, more and more complex every single year, right? There's more walled gardens, more retail media networks, and keeping up with it and building relationships with clients is difficult. And so that's one area that we're investing a lot in, is just AI for sales enablement.
So smart.
The other big area is using AI inside of ad planning, ad execution itself. So let's say I'm an advertiser who's a big insurance brand. I want to figure out how to execute a buy, not just within the open web programmatic space, but blending, apps like YouTube, apps like Netflix, some of your social activity. Those typically sit in such different gardens. But if you're a consumer, I mean...
You don't think about that as a consumer.
Absolutely
not.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
If you ask your kids, right? I mean, what are they watching? What are they watching?
My daughter is 12. My son is almost 9.5. What do they watch? YouTube, Netflix, little bit of Disney, and a little bit of Hulu. That's all they know.
Are they on social yet, or?
That's a different story.
Yeah, right.
But no, because both their parents are in digital advertising and marketing for a living. But besides for that, I see where you're going, though.
Totally.
So keep it up, so our audience understands.
So the audience just looks at this as places where they consume content and where all their favorite shows, movies, characters are, right? All their friends are. And so as an advertiser, the way that we're trying to transition the dialogue a little bit is how do you just look at all of these as environments to reach your audience and use AI to do the planning across different ecosystems, bring it all together in sort of one place. And so that's an area that we're focused a lot on.
Cool, so we've hit on two.
And then the last area I think is really around personalization for the user. We've actually been doing chatbot ads for a while. They're a little bit clunky, right? I mean, you've got to click on the ad. Half the time it sort of clicks out to the website. The other half of the time you're sort of pressing whatever. But what I get really excited about is the opportunity that voice AI gives us specifically. And we've seen a lot of this in CES, right? Like LG releasing the chatbot screen.
We just had a conversation earlier today with Tony, the CMO of LG Ads. Please keep on going. This is amazing.
Well, I mean, what it is I firmly believe this, right? If you look forward 5, 6, 7 years, the dominant way that consumers are going to interact with applications, with content, with advertising is going to be voice first. And the reason is, your bandwidth on voice is 2 to 3 times faster than your bandwidth typing, even for the fastest typer.
Of course.
And I type slow as hell, so it's 5 times faster for me.
You're talking a mid-40s data and with my fingers. Yeah,
Totally.
yeah, of course.
And so if I'm able to do, instead of having to type or tap or whatever, if I can talk to the website that I'm on to have it sort of get me to the right section, or if I'm able to, on my TV screen, press my remote and go, I want to watch something like Shark Tank today, the content discovery, the sort of engaging with the environment that you're on is so much more seamless. And I think that's going to change, not just the content, but the advertising as well.
And MIQ is involved with this.
Well, the way that we're looking at this is sort of on the creative side. So we've got a big creative sort of shop at MIQ. It helps brands sort of not do the original creative, generation and filming or whatever, but how do you make the creative that you have work best for the screen that you're on? And so sort of creating interactivity inside of the unit, either through voice or through sort of LLMs in the background. It's a space that I think there's tons of innovation to be done there. So.
Mo, this has been fantastic. Let's just enjoy this beautiful view together. Let's just have them pan out. Maybe the Bellagio fountain will come on one more time. We can just wait here for about 6 minutes or so. All right, Mo, this has been great.
But we haven't been this close since the Two Mogul days.
The Two Mogul days were the best. Those were the best. This is wonderful. Thank you to MIQ. Thank you, Mo. We appreciate it. And we'll see you downstairs. We'll see you soon.
Love it.